Hello, hello everyone. I hope you are having a great day today. For those of you joining me live, thank you so much. For those of you who are tuning in, you're going to need a few things today. The first, as always, you are going to need water. The second is you are going to need a loop band if you have them. If you don't have a loop band, don't worry. I've got all these things here to show you how to make one at home. We're only going to use it for a couple exercises just to keep our arms in the correct position because our form usually likes to fall out for some of these routines. So the first, if you have a yoga band that has the loops on the side, just string through and you're going to hold your arms out right in front of you. And as tight as the loop should be is how wide your arms are at shoulder distance. Not super tight by any means, just where it's going to hold your arms at a certain length. If you don't have a yoga band, if you have one of these long bands, you're going to do the same thing. Just hold the band over your arms, grab one side, grab the other side, and then get it to where your arms are distance apart. From there, you can see where the two sides cross. Just hold that side and then make a knot where that is. And then before you make the knot tight, just double check to make sure it's at the distance you need. And if it's not tight enough, just tighten it, and it should be right there where your arms are shoulder distance apart. I also have a little luggage strap. If you don't have any of these things, you can just clip the two parts of the luggage strap together and tighten it to where it's the same distance apart. Same thing for a scarf. If you have a scarf, you're going to do the same exact thing as we did with that long band. Hold it out, grab one side, grab the other side. Where the cross is, you are going to hold and then tie a knot at that cross, just like you did for that long band. Or, I'm getting real creative, lots of things for you guys to use today. Or if you have a scarf that's a loop scarf, you're just gonna loop it once, and that is hopefully the perfect distance for you there. All right, so lots of options for you. I'm just gonna use a regular loop band, but you can use any of those things that you have. And that is all the things that you are going to need today. So we're going to start with abs. We're going to move into a little bit of arm strengthening, mostly on our forearms today. There's going to be a little bit of work on our wrists. And then the last half of the class is going to be all muscle activation. So basically, I'll go over this once we get into it too, but basically if you put your arm out straight like this, and you put your hand here and put a little pressure and try to resist the pressure in your hand. Feel all those muscles that activate as you resist. You're going to pretend that someone's still resisting you when we do our muscle activation moves, but you're just going to keep all of those muscles nice and flexed and active. So when we do things, we're going to make it hard for ourselves without actually having any weight or resistance. It's purely through muscle activation. Which sounds like it might not be so great, but just wait, our arms are gonna burn today. So we are going to start with our usual warm-up. Let's go ahead and get into our long runner's lunge for our dragonfly twists. So our legs are about the distance of our mat. Come down to where you're in a deep lunge. Our back leg is straight. Right hand is down, left threads through, and twist up to the sky. Inhale under, exhale to twist. You have 10 moves total. We are halfway. And that was 10. You can just step back to down dog. Bring your right foot forward and move back into your deep runner's lunge. Back leg is straight. Thread under and twist up to the sky. Inhale under, exhale twist. Last one. Next, we are going to do push-ups. You can do push-ups on your toes, or you can do assisted push-ups, whichever way that you prefer, whatever's comfortable for you. Just make sure if you're doing assisted push-ups, your weight is up in your hands. We're gonna do 10 push-ups. Keep those abs in nice and tight. Exhale to push up. Now we're gonna come all the way down to our stomach and do our scorpions. So we're gonna kick our left toe up to the sky, come over and try to touch the floor on the opposite side. This is gonna wake up our core, wake up our low spine. One more each side. And we're gonna flip over and do our starfish. So body out in a straight line. Curl your hips under, low back is pushing into the mat, ribs are down nice and strong, arms overhead. We're gonna do opposite arm to leg. So left leg comes up, right arm comes up, and we're going to touch wherever we can touch, whether it's your toe, your ankle, your shin, your thigh, whatever works for you. Just make sure your shoulder comes all the way up off of the ground, and we reset between each movement. We're gonna do 10 per leg. Keep your toes pointed. One more each leg. And bring it up for our static lunges. So feet are just a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. Back heel is up off of the ground. Front toes are facing the front of our mat. We are going to curl our hips under so we make sure we're not coming forward at all. We're going straight down to where our knees are in 90 degrees. We're just gonna go up and down for 10. And switch legs. Same thing, back heels off the ground, front toes are facing the front of the mat. We're going to curl our hips and down for 10. All right, our body is nice and warmed up. We're gonna come down to the mat. Our first round is abs. We're not gonna do circuit training today. We're doing one set per movement for all of our movements today. A little bit less intensity, less cardio than the classes typically are, but we're gonna focus on muscle strengthening today. So, first move is going to be sit-ups. I like to have my toes at the front of the mat and my bum about halfway in the middle of the mat. We're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra. The closer your knees are to your bum, the harder this is going to be for bringing up your body. So we're gonna sit all the way up. Our hands are going to be just behind our ears on both sides. We're not pulling at all. We are just resting our fingertips on our head. We're going to sit up From here, nice straight body. We're gonna rotate, bring our elbow behind our knee, rotate, bring our elbow beside our knee, come back and curl down. Bring it up, nice straight spine, twist, twist, curl. Abs in nice and tight. Make sure we curl going down, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale to go down. Exhale to come up. Power exhale will help you get up quicker and easier. If the sit-up is too much for you, if it's too hard, you can just do crunches. Everybody who's doing sit-ups, keep going. You can just do crunches this way. So have your legs up in tabletop and just crunch each and then go straight. Crunch, crunch, straight. Is how, if you can't do the sit-ups, you can do today. So bring it up. You'll notice our reps are going to be quite a bit more than usual because we are only doing one set of each. And we are going light when it comes to the load on our body. Make sure you're fully rotating that body, keeping those abs in nice and tight. Back nice and straight. We've got two more. Last one. Curl it down. All right, next we have lower ab work. So we're gonna take our hands and put them underneath our bum. You can have them to the side with your palms down if you prefer. This way is gonna be a little bit easier. Legs are gonna come up straight. We're still curving our hip, so our low back is into the mat. Even though our hands are here, still make sure your body's in that same form, so we're protecting our low back. From here, suck your abs in, close your ribs. We're gonna go right leg down, left leg down, both legs up. And as far up as you can reverse crunch is totally fine. If you want your hands on the side to come up higher, that's fine as well. When you're reverse crunching, when we're coming back down, it's really easy to let our abs go and to come down really hard onto our back. Make sure we're really controlling the movement up and down to protect our spine. Keep your toes pointed. Exhale to come up. You should be feeling your low abs Only 2 more. And our next one is jackknives. So oblique work, we're gonna come to our side. From here, we are going to not be with our hips completely stacked. We're gonna come to where that's little flat part of our side. Modification here is your arm is up to the sky and you're doing one leg, crunching your hand to your knee or to your foot each time. Here we're pushing up out of our shoulder. We're not helping ourselves here. It's just there for stabilization. Full movement is we are going to point our toes and pretend there is duct tape around our feet. Our feet are gonna stay together. Knees are pushing together. Thighs are pushing together. And we're going to come up with both legs. Two more. And switch sides. All right, so same thing. We're pushing up out of our shoulder. We are down to kind of the flat part of the side of our bum. Our feet are at a diagonal from our body, kind of touching the corner of the mat. Again, modification. We are crunching in with one leg. Otherwise, let's do our full movements. Our feet are banded together, our knees, our thighs, everything is squeezing and activated together. Two more. And back to our back. We are going to do bicycles. So your first step movement is your feet are in tabletop, toes are pointed, hands are clasped behind our neck. Again, we're not pulling on our neck, we're just having it there for support. We're going to straighten our right leg and move our right elbow to touch our left knee. This is your first movement. If you want this harder, we're going to straighten our legs. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more. And we are going to switch. We are done with our abs now. We're gonna do a little bit of ab and arms together for this next round, but grab some water before we reset to our next round. All right, first one, we're gonna hit those obliques at the same time as our arms. So we're gonna come to A side forearm plank. Knee is down, hip is off of the ground. Shoulder is pushing away from the mat. Arm is gonna come straight, leg is gonna come straight, and we are going to crunch the side of our body. You can come down to your hip on the ground if this is too much for your arm. Make sure you're shooting out to a straight line in between each one. Pushing away from the mat. 2 more. And switch sides. On our knee, you can be here if you need to. Otherwise, our weight is up, so we're working our arms as well as our abs. Weight is on our knee and our elbow, pushing away from the mat, straight line, crunch it in. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. And set it down. Next, we are going to be on our forearms, and we are going to roll our obliques to dip towards the ground. So forearm plank, you can have your palms down if you'd like. Otherwise, clasp your hands together to keep pushing off of the floor. Our top of our back should be hollowed out each time. Bring it back, where you can see me a little better. And with our plank, our bum is not up here, our bum is down, and our back is hollowed. We're going to dip our side, rotating back and forth, pushing away from the mat each time. Abs in tight, bum down, push the mat away. Two more. And release. Bring it up. We are now going to do a forearm body saw. So, same position we were just in. Elbows wide, toes down, bum down. So we're gonna rotate our weight like this while we're on our toes. If you need a knee down for modification like this, that is okay. Just make sure you switch your knees halfway through. Otherwise, we are up on our toes, abs are in tight, bum is down, come to your tiptoes and back. Switch your knees if you're on your knees. Two more. And lower it down. Next, we are still going to be in forearm plank, but now our palms are gonna be down to the ground. We're gonna go from forearm plank up to dolphin. So elbows underneath our shoulders. We're not wide here. Elbows underneath our shoulders. Palms down on the ground. Push back to your plank. And then we're gonna push up to dolphin. Keep the top of your back curled. Really push the floor away. Abs in tight. Last one. And lower your knees. Next, we're gonna push up to down dog. So our fingers are wide, spread out. Heels are as close to the ground as we can. And we're gonna down dog push up. Head comes towards the mat. Your gaze should be in between your feet. Two more. And we're down to the mat. Next is one arm tricep push-ups. So we're gonna be laying on our side. Hips are stacked. Come down to your shoulder. Your bottom arm is going to wrap around your waist. From here, top arm is at 90 degrees. Your knees are slightly bent, and you are going to push up. Shoulder back on the ground, push up again. Power breath up. One more. And switch sides. With our triceps, our body likes to overcompensate. So with this, we make sure we stress each one equally. So, shoulder on the ground, wrap around your waist, knees slightly bent, arm down to 90 degrees, and push up. Reset your shoulder each time. Two more. All right, bring it up. Grab some water. Next is all muscle activation. With our muscle activation, as a reminder, it's like someone is pushing against our arm and we're resisting it up. So let's just practice a couple times before we start doing this. So take your right arm, push against your left arm, and try to push your arm up at the same time and feel which muscles start to activate so you can push against your hand. So push. All of your muscles start to activate so you can resist that pressure that you're putting on your own arm. all of those all of those muscles should stay activated the entire time we're doing these workouts. So let's do it on the opposite arm just so you can feel your muscles activate. So arm out straight, pressure against your arm, and you can feel all of your muscles start to activate. See if you can see it. So here is my arm relaxed. We're activated. Now we're pushing against it. You can kind of see these muscles start to kind of push out just a little bit. That's what your arms should be doing. Same thing's gonna happen when we're doing opening and closing movements. So this is with my arms not activated. They're kind of just chilling. We don't wanna look like this. From here, we're going to activate our whole arm. So you can see my whole body kind of goes together. We're gonna activate everything and keep that activation the entire time we do movements in this direction. Same thing going backwards. Our shoulders are going to go down. Our scapulas are gonna depress down our body. Pretend your shoulder blades are trying to kiss each other, and we will go backwards. Same thing, we're not up here. Down, activated. Everything's pushing down, and we're going in a backwards direction. That should be all the directions we're covering. So we're gonna start. We can do this easy seated. You can do this standing up. You can do it any way that you would like. I think I'm gonna do it on my knees, just so I have a little extra movement here. So we're gonna start. Hands in a blade. Activate all of your muscles. Circles forward. And reverse it. All your muscles should be active. Shoulders are depressed, so they're staying away from your ears. And forwards. And backwards. You should feel some burning. And next movement, we do not let our hands come down at all between any of these movements. Next movement, we are going to go press down, resist your body as we come down, resist your body up, hands in a fist, resist coming forward, down, up, to the side, down. Ooh, this hurts. Hopefully you guys are feeling this. Hurts in a good way. All those muscles active and engaged. Abs in tight. Remember, resist every direction. Resist to the side, resist down, resist up, resist in, resist down, resist up, resist up. The whole time we have full activation here. Keeping those wrists squeezed, or your fists squeezed. Words aren't working so well today, guys. Sorry, bear with me. Your shoulders should be firing. One more. Next, our hands are gonna come palms forward. We're going to squeeze in, switch our palms, squeeze out, kind of like we're swimming. Switch your palms so they face the direction your arms are going. Don't forget to breathe. Two more. Remember, our arms don't come down. Now we're gonna go with our body tilted forward and squeeze backwards. Abs squeezing in nice and tight. Pretend your shoulder blades are trying, I can't speak, trying to kiss each other. Shoulders are away from your ears. Three more. All right, hands stay active. We're gonna come straight up. Woo! My arms are tired, I hope yours are too. So straight up in a fist, palms facing down. We're gonna go up, resist it down. Make sure those shoulders stay away from your ears. Last one. Arms stay active. We're coming up to a goalie. Palms facing forward. Squeeze all of your body together and pretend you're on that machine and you have all this weight that you're trying to push towards each other. Abs in tight. Shoulders away from your ears. Don't forget to breathe. All right, next we're gonna come out. Arms come to a T, make a fist. We're gonna bicep curl towards our head. Really engage all of your muscles. You can see here, this is me not doing any engagement. Here you can see some engagement. Your arms are shaking like mine, that's a good thing. All right, now we're gonna come out. So we're like in a V. Same thing, elbows stay elevated the entire time. Bicep curl towards your face, nice and wide. Arms should be shaking. Squeeze those fists, engage all those muscles. Two more. Now in front. Elbows right in front of your shoulders, come down. Bicep curl to your face. Activate those muscles. Abs in tight. Don't forget to breathe. Three more. All right, we're gonna come shoulder distance apart. We're going to curl back and serve the tray forward. Curl it back, serve the tray forward. Squeeze your muscles back, squeeze your muscles forward. Abs in tight. Hands in blades. Only a few more movements. I know your arms are burning because mine are. 2 more. And now we're gonna tilt forward again. Arms come up to a goal-like position or upside down goal. And fists are clenched, tricep extensions, tilt forward, keep those abs in nice and tight. Little robot. I can't do the robot, it's as good as you get. Oh my gosh. I know your arms are burning. Keep it going. Three more. All right, we're gonna grab our band or our scarf or whatever you're using. It's gonna come on your arm from behind. Put your other arm into it. So it's right on, sorry, I have a watch on, so it's a little harder. It's right on the middle of your forearms. This is gonna keep our form correct. So our shoulders are gonna be back the entire time. We're going to dip forward, bring our elbows towards the sky, and we're going to tricep kick back. Abs in tight. Burning. I hope you're burning too. 5 more. All right, you can take the band off. Our last one, you can just hold the sides. We're not gonna actually use any resistance here. What we're gonna do is we're going to come behind our head with the band or whatever you're using. When we do this, we're not just here, we're retracting our shoulder blades and pulling them in together. Abs are in nice and tight. Shoulders are away from our ears. Kiss those shoulder blades. Three more. Woo! Arms are on fire. And release. Shake your arms out. Hopefully your arms are burning like mine are. They're on fire. And that is our muscle activation. You should feel literally every muscle in your pecs, in your upper back, your arms, all the way through. If you don't, repeat this again. Really make sure your muscles are really constricted and activated together. You can also add dumbbells to this if you would like to get another rep in. So today was all about focus. So you should really have your whole upper body burning right now. We're gonna now move into our stretch, and then we will have an optional 5-minute meditation. So we're gonna start in cat-cow pose. So we're in tabletop. Hip is over our knees. Wrists are under our shoulders. For cow, we are going to inhale, arch our back, and shine our heart forward. For cow, no, yeah, that's cow. Cat, we're going to round our back, push our hips forward, and gaze between our knees. Really hollow out the top of our back. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep following along at your own breath. Three more. Last one. All right, we're gonna sit back on our heels a little bit. Revolve child's pose. So we're gonna thread our right arm underneath our left arm. Our shoulder is gonna come down to our ground. Our ear is gonna come to the mat and kind of rotate your weight to go this way so you feel a nice stretch in your shoulder. Once you feel that stretch, take your left arm and reach it up overhead towards the top of the mat. You should feel a stretch in both arms. Your right is in the back of your shoulder. Your left is in the front of your shoulder, in your pec. Just a few deep breaths here. And lift up. Switch sides. Left arm threads through. Shoulder comes to the mat. Ear comes to the mat. Hips adjust with a little weight going towards our left. Find that stretch. Once you do, right arm comes overhead to stretch both arms at the same time. Stretching our left shoulder and our right pec. You can just crawl your fingers up away from your face if you don't feel the stretch yet. The further your hands are from your head, the more of a stretch you'll feel. Few deep breaths here. We count into 4 and we exhale to 4. Two more. And push it up. Next, we're gonna come to our stomach. Hands are out wide. We're gonna take, hands are wide out in a T. We're gonna take our right foot and roll over. Lift our right arm to the sky. You'll really feel this in the front of your shoulder. Only roll to where you feel the stretch. Just stay here and breathe. If the stretch is too much, just roll forward. If it's not enough, pulse back and forth a couple times. And roll back over and switch sides. Again, if it's too much, you can just roll out a little bit. If you need more, you can rotate back and forth. And roll it back over. From here, we're gonna extend our hands up above our head. And we are gonna do locust. So we're gonna bring our feet up and our hands up at the same time. If both is too much, then leave your feet on the ground and just come up with your hands. If right here you feel comfortable, then go ahead and bring both up and get a nice stretch in your back and in your abs. You can bring your arms up to a goal to get a little bit more if you'd like. Or if you want more, you can curl your toes in, grab your shins, and kick your feet away from your body. Really pulls those shoulders back. Nice stretch in your chest. Abs in tight. And release. One more time. And release. One more time. And release. Next, we are going to curl our toes, come up to our knees, push up to down dog, and just hold down dog for a minute. You can walk it out. Really pull that belly button in. Push away from the mat with your hands. Feel a stretch in your shoulders. Nice stretch down your lats, down the sides of your back. A few deep breaths here. Then let's walk back towards our feet. And hang. You can bend your knees here. Abs pulled in tight. Rotate your neck back and forth, side to side. Just let your whole body hang. All right, let's straighten those legs up. We're going to breathe up and reach up to the sky. Inhale to reach. Exhale to the right. Inhale to reach. Exhale to the left. Inhale to reach. Get a little back bend in here. And arms dive forward. We're gonna half lift, dive back down, and reach up. We're gonna do this flow 3 times. Inhale, exhale to reach. Inhale, exhale to the left. Inhale, back bend, exhale down. Inhale, half lift, and bring it up. From here, we're gonna come to a wide leg, forward fold. And just walk back and forth a couple times to each side. Back to the center. Roll it up. And roll your shoulders back. Clasp your hands behind your back. Shoulders back. Keep your abs up and your chest shining forward and bend forward. You can let your arms go with you. Little humble, wide forward fold. Breathe through the tension. Try to come a little further. And bring your arms back and half lift. Release your arms and roll it up, shoulders back. From here, we're going to eagle our arms. So right arm comes underneath our left arm. We're going to twist and bring our palms to where they touch. From here, we're going to push our shoulder blades away from each other, or pull our shoulder blades away from each other. So we're coming towards the front. Again, heart shines forward, half down, and we're gonna go to the right. You should really feel this in your left shoulder. Forward fold as far as you can go towards the right. Abs in tight. Keep those shoulders retracted. Those shoulder blades are pulling away from each other. That's protracted, not retracted. And to the center, release your arms, reach it up. And now our left arm comes underneath our right arm. Palms touch, heart shines forward, abs are in tight. Straight down, move to the left and release. Make sure those shoulders are pulling away from each other. Abs are in tight. And breathe. And move it to the center. Release your arms. And roll it up, vertebra by vertebra. Roll your shoulders back. You can still stay standing. I'm just gonna come to my knees so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so right arm comes overhead. We're gonna push on our tricep for a nice tricep push or stretch here. Words are not working today. You're going, if this is not enough of a stretch, then bring your left arm, palm is facing away from you, so the back of your hand is on your back, and try to clasp your fingers. From here, you can just pull, and you'll feel a stretch in both your left shoulder and your right tricep. If your fingers don't touch, no worries. Just hold the stretch here. All right, release your arms, roll those shoulders back. Neck comes to side. Let's cross it in the front of our body, roll it back and forth. And switch our arms left over. If you can, make it into a bind. One arm might be a little harder than the other. Find those fingertips and pull them towards each other. Breathe. Abs in tight. Release. Roll those shoulders back. And let's circle our neck one more time. And we're gonna come to a seated position on the front of our mat. We had some back work today, so we're gonna roll our back out. We're gonna rock and roll back and forth 10 times. So you'll come to the kind of flat part of your butt, grab onto your shins, and we're gonna roll backwards and roll up. Try to come up to a balance each time. One of my favorite things ever. Keep your back curled. Chin stays tucked to your chest. I totally lost count. Let's just do a few more. 2 more. And get to your comfortable position for meditation. So you can be seated, you could be in a chair, you could be laying down in Savasana, you can be however you would like. This meditation is optional. If you're not into meditation, no worries. I'm very new to meditation, so I just do the body scan. It's the only thing that keeps my brain semi-focused on actually meditating and not thinking about lunch or something else. So we're just gonna do a 5-minute meditation. Get into your comfortable position. And we are going to do a 5-minute body scan.
On a straight back. Close your eyes. Rest your hands gently on your knees or cup them softly in your lap. Relax your neck and shoulders. And as you become still, bring your attention to the breath. A calming breath. A soothing breath. A breath that connects the mind and body. Notice how it draws into your body and as it leaves your body. And now we'll begin scanning the body. So bring your attention to your head, feeling into your scalp, forehead, and face. You might notice tingling or tension, throbbing or soft vibrations. And if you don't notice anything, don't worry. All that matters is you experience whatever is there. And now lower your focus to the neck, letting the throat and sides and back of the neck soften. And if you notice any tension, see if you can allow it to relax. bring your attention to the shoulders, noticing what's here. And whatever you observe is perfectly fine. Bring your attention to your arms and hands, observing any sensations that arise on the surface of the skin or deeper within. Inhale and exhale, softening this entire area. And now come to the chest and torso. Notice how the lungs expand and contract. Expand. Drop your attention to your abdomen. Notice it filling up with air. And then on the exhale, slowly empty. And now scan your back and experience whatever's there. There's no right or wrong, but if you notice any intensity, try directing the breath into those areas to help them soften. And then bring your attention to your pelvis and hips. Notice where you make contact with your chin. And scan your legs, circling your attention gently around your thighs, knees, shins, and calves. And all the way into your feet and your toes. Letting them relax and become soft. Now settle into the stillness that comes from paying attention to your body, part by part. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your attention back to the room and open your eyes. Enjoy this relaxed, peaceful state and take it with you into your day.
Slowly come to one side. Start pushing your way up. Come to an easy seated position. Roll our shoulders forwards. And reverse, let's roll them backwards. Spine nice and long. Nice tall posture. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope your arms felt the burn today. A nice slower pace class than we typically do. We're gonna focus on cardio for the rest of the week, so I figured we'd do a little muscle focus today. So if you aren't already, please subscribe to this channel. You can follow me at JWA Fitness on Instagram and on Facebook. And we soon are bringing up a full core YouTube page to make all of our videos easier to find in one place. Once that's launched, I will let you know. Otherwise, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook right now under our core platform, which is CORE for Connect, Observe, Reflect, and Empower. We will start putting everything on both of those pages and the core YouTube page for ease of everyone finding both of our stuff in one place. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Make sure you stay hydrated today, get a nice hearty meal in, and give yourself a nice hug or a pat on the back or whatever. High five yourself for spending some time on yourself today. Again, my name is Jessica, and thank you so much. Have a great day.